Hello and welcome to my channel On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And let's find out what's been on the hook. Today is Happy Friday and we will be presenting gifts to 3 of my subscribers today, and those will be a free pattern from my Etsy shop so that we're not mailing anything via the post office or UPS or FedEx. We'll give them a break and allow everybody else to use them for Christmas presents to their families. But what we'll do is just email a pattern. So I'll be emailing a pattern to 3 different gift recipients, and we will select those here in just a little bit. I did want to remind you to get a crochet project and be working on it while I'm talking. It's always good to have your hands busy, unless you're just tired and just want to kick back and watch. That's fine too. I had several things I want to talk about today. I did want to remind you to please take the survey that I sent a link to, I don't know, a few videos ago, and I'll put it again in the description box for you to take the survey to encourage the big box stores to carry more and different types of yarn for us to purchase without ordering everything online. So that survey will go directly to the big box store buyers, and so they will know that we have a voice and we're interested in that. And Glenda at Creative Grandma is in charge of that survey, and she is taking note of everybody that sends it in. I think she gets a notice or whatever, so she knows how many there are, and she will disclose that on her channel. I don't know who all is sending them in, but I told her that I would alert my subscribers to that, and I'm glad that I'm able to do that. So if you would, take the survey. It just takes a couple minutes, and you can also put comments at the end of the survey which pertain to yarn in some way or stocking yarn, and that way you can make your voice heard that way as well. And there are some yes and no answers and multiple choice. So if you wouldn't mind, take that, and it'll help out the yarn community. Appreciate that, the crafting community. I have a very lovely niece named Allison Moon, and she is a photographer in the Chattanooga area, and she also travels to Knoxville and Nashville, places around, to take photos of families, graduations, etc. And I had her come over last weekend and take some photographs of me wearing some of my creations, because selfies just don't always get it. If you go on my Etsy shop, you'll see I have very few photos. But Allison took quite a few last weekend. We didn't get everything photographed because it would have taken me a whole day, and we were both on a little bit of a time constraint. So we photographed 5 or 6 items, many pictures of each, and I'm putting them on Etsy a little bit at a time. I haven't finished yet, but I did load up the photos for the cobblestone sweater on my Etsy shop, so you can see that out there. I hope you like the photos. They're of me, but you know, I'm out in the front yard and in front of a stone stair step, and I just thought those are a little more interesting than just a selfie at my desk. So you can go out there and check those out. I've loaded those up. Those are the cobblestone pictures, and I'll put Allison's contact information. If you're in this area, she would be glad to drive over and take family portraits, families out in nature. She took my daughter's pictures of her and her babies and her husband, and they're wonderful, wonderful pictures. I'm not a photographer, so I don't understand all the ins and outs, but she does. And on Monday, there'll be a little disclosure also about Allison, and so be looking for that. Also, what I'm wearing a very nice warm cowl that I made from my Silver Mist cowl pattern. It's in the Silver Mist cowl sweater pattern. It's all combined in there, but I took the cowl directions out and I made a cowl. I've made several of these, and they have the little frilly edge on them. It's not terribly frilly, but it's, you know, it's kind of cutesy. And this is a 28 inch. It's an ideal size. Sorry, my light keeps blowing out there. Anyway, I made this out of a fingering wool and a shawl on the ball, and just combined the greens, and they turned out really nice. And what I want to do is show you what I do when I'm giving away my cowls and scarves. I showed these to you last week, and I'm just excited about being done so early. Usually I'm at the very end of the day before I have to give them to somebody, and I'm crocheting frantically. But this is what I put on all of my handmade items. And let me get that focused in. It says handmade with love. And you just sew them on. They're very simple to sew on. And I sew this on a sweater. I might sew it on the inside side seam. On a baby sweater, that's where I would put it. I really like having these. I've got a bag of them. You can get them on the internet. You just type in handmade with love buttons and it comes right up. You can buy a bag of those and they're easy to sew on. You just sew them on and they stay on, and that way somebody will know that this is a handmade item. That's important. And then also a friend of mine ordered these for me from Etsy, and it says crocheted by Jeannie at On the Hook. I thought those were really cute. She surprised me with those. I got them out and I thought I'm going to use those on my Christmas present. So I have several cows with these things on them, and I made this also by the Silver Mist pattern, and it's a wool fingering and shawl on the ball as well. And the shawl on the ball is called Opal, I believe is the name of the colorway. And on Monday, I'm going to have a little more information about something that I've created for my On the Hook community. And if you're in the community, great, you'll get an email. If you're not, go down in the description box and sign up. It doesn't cost anything. And that way you'll be in the flow of any emails that I send out, or special discounts for my Etsy shop, or patterns. All kinds of things will come to you. It doesn't cost anything. So if you want to sign up for that, that would be great. There's a link down in the description box for that. And I had finished my little grandson sweater, and I'm getting ready to wrap it up. And I wanted to show you what I sew in to all of my baby things. I ordered these myself. It says Made for You with Love by Gigi. That's my grandmother name. And all the things that I've made the boys, I put that on the inside of the article. And it's sewn on so it doesn't come off. And that way they'll know that their Gigi spent time making that sweater and made it with love. Every stitch has my love in it. And I think they can actually feel that when they put it on. They love to wear those. And I think it's a wonderful thing to pass down from one son to the next. So all the ones I made for the oldest son has been passed down to the second son and the third son, because they were all born within a month of each other in the wintertime. So all the sweaters fit just fine. Every 2 years they're given to somebody else and they fit just great. That's just a squirrel. Didn't mean to go off on that squirrel, but I wanted to tell you about that. I've also been tagged to do the 2020 Ice Yarns Challenge by Glenda at Creative Grandma and Krista at The Secret Yarnery. I feel honored that I've been asked to be in this challenge. It's for content creators who have YouTube channels, and what we're supposed to do is use ice yarns or any other yarn that we want to make a scarf or a cowl. And it started out that way with ice yarns, and then I think Glenda put out another video that said that you could use any yarn. It wasn't an Ice Yarns promotional challenge. It was just because Krista and Glenda both love ice yarns, as do I. I've made lots of things with ice yarns, but to make it not look like it was only for ice yarn, we could use any yarn we wanted. And I have some ice yarns I'm going to use anyway, so I've already got them in my stash, so I'll be using that to make a scarf or a cowl for this particular challenge. And I'll probably design another scarf or cowl for it and put it out on my Etsy shop. So it'll be a good motivator for me to get that done. It starts today. Today is December 20, and it ends January 20. And the idea was that on January 20, all the content creators, people with YouTubes, would put their video out of the finished object on that date, and then all of our subscribers can go from one YouTube channel to another and see all the new scarves. And I think that's a great idea. And then later on, I saw a video from Glenda who said that she had some feedback from some of her subscribers and they wanted to join in, and she thinks that the subscribers should make a scarf and donate it as a way to help the community. And I think that's a grand idea. If you want to do that, you can send a photo to me after you make your scarf, And I'd prefer you not send them to me till after the first of the year, because I have to find a folder to put them in and a way to get them on my YouTube channel, and I will do that. But if you make a scarf and give it to charity, or planning to give it to charity, you can send me a photo of it before you send it away, and I will feature that on my YouTube channel. That's the idea behind the challenge. So I just wanted you all to know that. And you might watch Glenda at Creative Grandma. She may have some updates for you there. So without further ado, we need to select our 3 gift recipients. And if you are one of the recipients, then you can actually go out on Etsy, shop for a pattern. Tell me which one you want. Email your choice to me, and I will be glad to directly send you that PDF on email. So you get a free pattern, and it's my gift to you as Christmas is coming up, and I thought it would be a nicer idea than mailing out yarn. So I will now point the camera to the computer, and we'll see who our gift recipients are this week. As usual, here we are at our computer. The URL for last Monday's YouTube video is here, and we are going to get YouTube comments with the keyword storage, and that's what I asked you to put in there. So we are filtering comments based on the word storage. So if the word was in your comments, you are in the running. So let's find out. Let's get the YouTube comments first. Sorry, I meant to do that. Get the YouTube comments. We had 510. Thank you. That's a steady number, 500 or more. I appreciate y'all joining in. Okay, so let's start and find out who wins the first pattern. Susan Powers, you are the gift recipient of one of my On the Hook patterns. So let's find out who else is going to get a pattern. The Susan Powers is number 1. The second recipient would be Linda Lovely. Linda Lovely, you are the second gift recipient of one of my patterns. And then the third pattern recipient is Lori Coffee. Lori Coffee, you are the third gift recipient to receive one of my patterns. Just email me with your choice, and I will get those out to you as soon as I see your email. Congratulations to all 3 ladies. Okay, I'm back, and congratulations to the 3 pattern recipients, and I will get those out to you as soon as you send me your email with your choice. I'll be glad to do that. So congratulations to all 3 ladies. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Christmas is coming up on Wednesday. I will be back on Monday. This weekend I'll be at the Symphony, of course, playing handbells. So both days are covered up with things to do, and I will not be able to video, but I'll be back on Monday, and we'll do something special on Monday. I've already got it planned, ready to go. So I hope you'll join me back here on Monday when we find out what's on the hook.